Hi, my sweets. Let's talk brows. Okay, so brow trends have been all over the place. You know, we had thin brows, like barely there. We've had very thick brows. We did braided brows. And now we're leaning more into what is your natural brow, okay? And I absolutely love that. So, to help you get your natural brow, first of all, I'm going to be using a brow tint. This is in shade Dark Blonde. So I am just going to underline the brow that I see, okay? So underlining it with some product, with the tip of the spoolie, it has a little spoolie, and then I'm going to brush that product into my brow. This is just gonna help me accentuate it so I can see what I'm working with, okay? And you can already see a difference. Brows make a difference, okay? I'm gonna do that again on the other side. And if you have to get more on your spoolie like I did, do not pump it back and forth in the tube. That can create air bubbles and mess with the formula. Put it in and swirl it around and then take it back out. Okay, so now we can see what we're working with. Now, I did have years of plucking growing up, so you can see some more bald spots. Now I'm going to go in with a Precision Brow Liner. This is also in shade Dark Blonde. I also like to add a little bit of regular blonde sometimes because your hair isn't just one color. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to like make little brush-like strokes, add hair-like strokes. So I'm going to finish out the tip here, add more at the bottom here. A little bit more at the front here, a little bald spot. Okay, brow tips, brow mapping. Did you know you can map out your brows? So, first of all, where do you know when to stop your brow compared to your eye? Well, actually, you compare it to your nose. So you line up the edge of your nose, the corner of your eye, and your brow. So I'm just a little over, but not terribly, okay? And then your brow arch, where does that go? So tip of your nose, middle of your eye, and boom, that's where my arch should be, okay? And then where does your brow end? Tip of the nose, end of the eye, not the eyeliner, but the eye, outer eye, and boom. So mine's a little bit longer, but that's how you map your brow. And what I personally like to do is I just like to take the bottom and brush it upwards. My brow has a nice base, thankfully. So I'm very blessed that I can just brush a little bit into it. Then I take our double-sided brush and blend it all out. Blending is the name of the makeup game. I'm using a very light hand because I don't want to remove the product. I just want to blend it. I'm just brushing upwards and outwards. Okay, now, if I like what I see, I'm actually going to clean it up a little bit before I set it. Gotta find my brush. So I take a little brush and I dip it into my powder and I will clean up the outer, make sure it doesn't go too far upwards, make sure the bottom that I drew on is nice and straight, outer doesn't go too far out. Okay, now that I like my brows, I'm going to take the clear brow gel and set it. And it's another spoolie, just gently brushing it on, and my brows are done. That was a lot, okay? As you saw, there's so many different brow products you can use. You can use them all, you can use one, you can use none. But brows make a difference. And so if you need help mapping out your brows, figuring out your brow shade, feel free to ask. Comment below. I would love to work with you. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me today.